All right, so today I have Ashlynn Ackfeld. She is a new agent on the Spradling Group. She's been with us about 90 days, and I just wanted to just kind of go through and share, hear from her what her experience has been with the team, and just kind of get her background and just dig a little bit deeper into her business. So welcome, Ashlynn.
Thank you.
Yeah, so how long, so before the Spradling Group, you came on like last May, and we're about September 1st now, so about 90 days ago. How long have you been a real estate agent?
So I started in September of last year, so I'm about to hit my 1 year mark.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah.
And tell us about before you joined the team, what your experience was like as a real estate agent a little bit.
So I didn't really have the biggest database when it came to real estate, so I knew that was going to be my number one struggle. So I took all my time doing as many open houses as I could and trying to get clients that way. And yes, it was successful in some extent. But I was doing a lot of work and not getting the results I felt like I should be getting. So I was getting a little discouraged with the whole real estate thing. And then luckily I had someone connect me with the Spradling Group, and I went in for an interview. And within like 1 month, my entire mindset with real estate was changed. And now it's like I have so many clients coming towards me that like I'm completely booked every day, and I couldn't be like more happy about that. I'm finally like getting results and like definitely doing the same amount of work, but work with results this time.
Oh, that's amazing. So doing some open houses before you joined the team, working really hard, just not getting a ton of traction, it sounds like. What did you sell any houses in that like that 8 or 9 months before? Did you have any production before then?
No, I did not. I had one potential client, one, and and they just weren't really ready to buy. So it's like I still talk to them to this day. I still follow up with them, but they just weren't ready, and I just felt like my time wasn't really being used in the most efficient way because I didn't really know what to be doing. I didn't really have like the guidance, so I just definitely wasn't doing the best steps to like help my real estate career progress. I needed that guidance.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of agents, they get their license and you just don't really know what to be doing, but
Mhm.
you're not afraid to do the hard work. You'll do the work. It's just finding what you should be doing and making the most use of it. So that's really good to hear. So do you remember how, because you've got a couple deals, 2 or 3 deals going. How long were you on the team? How long did you come out of like our boot camp before you put your first deal under contract?
So my first deal went under contract, I would say about 2 weeks after I finished boot camp, if that. It was really surprising. It was an amazing buyer. It was such an easy process, like one meeting with them, and from what I used from the Spradling Group, like what they told me to do, I just kind of followed the guide that they gave me. And that same day we went, saw a home, wrote an offer, and went under contract all in like one day of meeting that client. So like definitely some very promising like leads coming through with that.
That's amazing. And you got another client under contract now and written some other offers. What do you think about the lead quality and the lead flow overall? Like the opportunities that you're getting?
Yeah, definitely a lot of leads. There's no sort of lack in leads with this. Most people are pretty qualified. There's those few that I just have some questions to ask, but you never know if they're going to circle back around in a few years, few months. So just touch base. But definitely plenty of leads and plenty of leads to go around for the entire team. You don't see anyone here like getting discouraged about the fact that they're not getting enough people. That's not the problem.
Yeah, everyone is very, very busy on the team and working hard. So yeah, that's awesome to hear. And so on the team, like I always break the team, like kind of real estate in our system, our lead machine that we do kind of into 3 different systems. Like you got the leads, and then we have our systems, like all the technology and everything. And then we've got our culture on our team. Kind of, if you were to pick one of those groups, what would be like your like favorite thing on the team, the thing that you would like talk about the most?
I already do talk about this so much. And like now that you asked that question, that's so funny. I already knew what I was going to say. it is the culture. I have like called this like my real estate family many, many times.
Yep.
On there is so kind, so helpful, and like everyone wants everyone to succeed. No one's focusing on just themselves. They're focusing on like the team's overall success. So that's really cool. And even, you know, you and Anna, like the bosses, they care more about just your than just your real estate journey. Like they're helping you set life goals and like perceive like go places in your life where like when you look at it by yourself, it seems like a challenge, but there's like, they're here and they're helping you reach those steps to be able to get to where you want to get. So that's really cool to just know that like your bosses care more about than just your transactions and numbers in the real estate world.
That's really awesome to hear, because we've worked really hard on just developing a really cool culture. And I don't think anyone wants to be at a job where it doesn't feel like that, right? Like we want people to be excited and be around people that are like us, that are, you know, we always say our core values are humble, hungry, and smart. So we feel like we've got some really incredible people that are doing that. And yeah, I like the culture too. And our morning team meetings and huddles and going over our highs and lows and just learning about each other's lives is really cool.
Right. Like before I thought that like morning meetings were going to be like boring and something I didn't really want to show up to, but every single day we end up like laughing and joking around about stuff because it's just like everyone there is just so like they're themselves. They're not trying to just like show off numbers, but they're telling stories about what's been happening. It's just it's a fun setting. It's not just work. You got some friends there too, you know.
Yeah, 100%. I would agree. So culture, yeah, is huge on our team and we love it. And then so as far as like your income goals, and you set some really cool goals. I know you've got some goals of I'll let you talk about that, but your income goals in the next 12 months, what's that? And then really what's the goal behind the goal besides just the income, right?
Right. So you know, my income goal, I guess I'm aiming for about 90,000 this year. We'll see what happens. You know, right. But it's cool because like what they've done, so like 90,000 just seems like a big number when I think about it. I've never made money like that in my life. So like thinking about that number just kind of like blows my mind. But you guys did a really great job on like breaking it down to like what you need to do from the beginning to achieve that in the end. So, you know, like how many appointments do I have to set this month to be able to get to the amount of closings I want to get, to be able to get to the end financial like number that I want to get to at the end of the year. So it's like month by month, you're just looking at your numbers, making sure you're hitting your statistics to like get you to the point where you're actually going to make your goal like a reality.
Yeah, I think that, you know, if you break it down to like the weekly numbers, it's actually not that much. It's just when you think about this big number, it kind of can be overwhelming.
Definitely.
But that our tracking software, Sisu, you can just input those numbers and reverse engineer it. And really like $100,000, it's about 4 appointments set a week, going on 3 appointments, meeting in person a week, and then putting like 2 and closing 2 under contract a month. So you're right, it's not that big a deal to make numbers like that, which at face value seems really, really high.
Right.
And you've got big goals just besides your income. So what are those goals? I know you've shared them with me and it's really exciting.
Yeah, so I definitely want to get into the investment side of real estate. I want to own some properties of my own. You know, I'm pretty young, you know, I'm only 20 and I'm hoping to have a quadplex within the next 2 years and then hopefully 2 investment properties within the next 5 so that I have, you know, kind of my residual income covering my cost of life. And then like what I'm doing with my work, my real estate is all just like for me, you know, not just cost of living. So that's something that I'm really excited about. And it's great to have like Anna and Zach, who are already in that part of real estate, to be able to help guide me in the right direction.
Yeah, we love it because this has been really recent for us to kind of get into the investing world too. We've really recognized the importance of the residual income and passive income, and not just wanting to sell real estate the rest of our life, because this eventually will come to an end, as fun as it is. We don't want to be just, you know, if we get hurt or injured, everything, you know, is kind of on our own production. So to be able to produce another pillar of passive income, and to see you on our team, and there's some other people who are doing it too, it's just really cool to have that culture too. And then if you came across another agent that was, you know, thinking about taking the real estate career to the next level, or thinking about joining the team, would you recommend the team? And then kind of why would you recommend? I know we've said a lot of stuff, but, you know, just kind of the 15-minute the 5-minute elevator pitch.
Right. Definitely, definitely the leads. I would like the Spradling team. I've already recommended it to so many people, and I wish and hope that they will join with us because the leads are incredible. Like you sit there and your phone is just ringing nonstop, getting people in, and like some people don't necessarily agree with Zillow, but it is producing real results for us, and it's showing that it does work. So, I mean, it's definitely worth it. And you know, what would you rather be doing, you know, like sitting at an open house or going door knocking trying to look for leads, or getting calls from people who are ready to go view a home and, you know, start getting offers in and like ready to move. And it just takes that like extra barrier of like work that you normally have to do, and kind of puts it like right in front of your face, and like we're giving it to you, it's up to you now to take it to the next step. So like that's just the great part for me, because that was the hardest part for me getting started. Like I said, my database wasn't the biggest, and now it's like my database has expanded so much in the past month or 90 days. It's insane. That number one thing is leads, and the training. The training was so helpful. Oh my goodness. I was the first contract I ever filled out, I almost had like a nervous breakdown. It was a mess when I was off on my own. I kind of had no guidance on that. And then with the Spradling Group, they literally walk you through step by step how to like fill out contracts, what you do next in the process. They tell you what you need to do instead of you just having to figure it out. And anytime you have a question, like you'll get a response from someone within 5 minutes. Like it's amazing. So it's like you're not stressing about what to do next because you have someone there to help you with it.
That's awesome. And yeah, the leads, it's going to almost get annoying, the phone ring so much of inbound people wanting to see homes. And I know your numbers are incredible. You set appointments with like 87% of your buyers. So, I mean, you just absolutely crushed it on the phone and helping people. And I like that you said with the transaction help, because it's huge, right? Like, I think if you're a new agent and you're writing like your first contract, your 5th contract, there is so much. We're learning stuff and been in it for years. We're learning stuff every single contract that we write still, and they're always constantly changing. So to have a big group of people where we're able to just kind of collaborate and help each other out.
Definitely.
Well, that's really cool. Well, I think that you're absolutely going to crush your income goal next year. I think you'll get an investment property before 2 years. And I think 2 investment properties in 5 years is a low goal for you. So I'm excited to see what you do. You've got a huge career ahead of you. You're so young, such a big runway of success ahead. So it's just really cool to see you succeed, Ashlynn.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for doing this interview. And I hope you guys, if you guys have any questions about the Spradling Group, please reach out to me or anyone else. We'd love to talk to you guys.